Only way to do it, and that's the way we're doing it again tonight. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Unsportsmanlike Conduct. I got the fellas here. Look at this. We are full to the rafters today. Yeah, little rah-rah there, Kyle. And Kyle, what's up, man? It's been a while since last we've seen you on the Pop Culture Pros Network. Where the hell you been?
I have been in the city. I am living my new life up here, and it's been pretty hectic. A lot of stuff going on. I work mostly nights, so that pushes the podcast to the side for now, obviously. But I'm off tonight. I've been wanting to talk some football. I've been seeing some of this content that goes out here every week, and I don't think you guys are treating my Cowboys very fairly. So I need to keep on.
What do you mean?
I need to, retribute some of the things, the issues that are going on here. And plus, I have some rankings coming up, so stay tuned.
We do have, Kyle has his definitive
official
quarterback
definitive rankings.
Official, definitive, 100%, approval rating, 32-1 quarterback rating. And we'll break that up into 4 different groups here as we go. And then we'll tell Kyle how wrong he is. Timmy.
I'm back,
16?
baby. 16.
16.
It's Sweet 16 tonight.
Now, on the flip side of Kyle not joining any shows recently, Timmy is now, this is the 16th straight show that Tim has been a part of on this network. Look at Kyle. Look how impressed Kyle is.
I have no life. See, Kyle's real busy, and I'm just not busy at all. So it's all good.
Timmy, did you have a perfect October?
Yes, perfect October. I don't play around anymore. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it to
perfection. Win it. It's very impressive. The dedication that it takes to get that done. That's no offense to anybody else on this show that's not been on the network recently. Dave, that's not a segue or anything. Dave, how's it going, buddy?
Wow.
Pretty good. You guys caught me at a good time. I had to work late today, so I didn't have a chance to actually fall asleep this time.
Good.
But definitely still a little exhausted. So, yeah, not looking to fight today.
Oh, there's no fights. I feel like Kyle has come for a fight. I've heard no complaints from our fans, Kyle, that we've been treating the Dallas Cowboys unfairly.
I've given them a lot of credit, actually. I've given them more credit than I've given them in years.
I think actually Tim had the Cowboys in his top 5 last week.
Yep. Last week, it should have been all season. Okay, what are we doing?
What do you mean? All right, here's a good.
He doesn't like giving credit to Zeke for some weird reason.
Because Zeke's a fat pile of shit.
Because he enjoys
it. Because he's not the best running back on that team anymore. That's all.
I get it. Zeke does look like a 14-year-old girl running around out there, but he's still powering through. Oh yeah.
But he's not the best running back on that team. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so Kyle, why don't we get started with the bottom quarter of your list? So that's Mel's
32 to 25.
32 down to 25. Let's hear it.
All right, at number 32, I've got former number 1 overall pick Jared Goff. You know what? Him, the Lions, they can all just go die in a hole. I'm tired of it. I put money on.
Wait. Okay, yeah, because I wanted to kind of frame this in it that recently Kyle has come over to the degenerate gambler side of the world, and we discussed, and I hate the Lions too, and Tim hates the Lions also for a non-gambling reason. But they kind of screwed us on parlays. You could blame it on the Eagles, but we blame it on the Lions.
No, it's absolutely on the Lions. You guys are going to play close a couple weeks, and then when a bad team comes, say, hey, let's just lose them. By the way, Jared Goff never should have been number 1 overall. I can see why Sean McVay got rid of you. You are 32. You are dead last. Number 31 is a tie. Because I don't know who's the quarterback, either Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian. You guys tell me. If it's Taysom Hill, it's still going to be the same rankings. Heck, if it's Trevor Siemian, maybe you'll go up 1 spot. But at this point, The Saints backup quarterback fiasco is at number 31. Number 30, you got the Green Lizard, Taylor Heineke. Maybe his time is up, coming up soon. I don't know. Fitzmagic, I don't know what his situation is right now. I don't like him. I don't think Heineke's playing well at all, and he's at number 30. Number 29, our first of the rookie quarterbacks, Davis Mills. Oof. Impressed, intrigued, I'd say.
The neck.
You do, yes, necktacular. You are doing the best with what you can on a terrible team. You do not expect to be playing at all this year, and you're holding in there. Davis Mills comes in at number 29. 28, Sam Darnold. Jets fans are rooting against you like crazy right now, and you are proving them right every single week, sir. Oh, my God. Remember when he was leading the league in rushing touchdowns?
He was top 10 through 3 weeks.
Sam Darnold
was going bananas about it.
Yeah, this guy was something special, right? All he had to do was get away from Adam Gase. No, he's making Ryan Tannehill look like the second coming. All right, 27. Let's get a little spicy here. Ben Roethlisberger. All right, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Now, mind you, these are rankings now. These aren't rankings of your entire career. This is right now. Big Ben can barely get the ball 10 yards down the field. He looks like second half Drew Brees of last year. Don't trust him. He's boring to watch. He's got a great team around him. Like, if Sam Darnold was on the Steelers, maybe they're a little bit better. I don't know. But right now, Ben Roethlisberger is 27. 26 is a cheat on my end. Because technically it's Teddy Bridgewater, but I love Drew Lock so much that I would like for him to get the spot. So at 26, really? It's Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock combo. They should – I really feel like we should just switch it back to Drew Lock and see what happens. Just give it a shot, guys. Because both of you are going to be supplanted by Aaron Rodgers next year, so just a heads up.
This is true.
And at number 25 to end this segment, the biggest bust in the league, Trevor Lawrence. Come on, man. You had a whole bye week to get ready for this terrible Seahawks defense. You come in and you score 7 points. Trevor Lawrence is my second worst rookie this year. I don't have what's his name in there, Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I don't know what to do with him yet. But Trevor Lawrence is not the number one overall pick. He was supposed to be the next Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck took that terrible Colts team to 11 wins his first year. What's Trevor Lawrence doing? Absolutely nothing. So at number 25 is the long-haired Lord Farquaad, Trevor Lawrence.
And yeah, Kyle, you've been down on this guy since the very beginning. So if this does turn out to be true and he is a bust, you heard it here first.
That's right.
That might have been the last time that you participated on this network.
That's correct.
But Terzio, what's up, man? How's it going? As we get in here,
this guy.
How do you like that other rookie quarterback?
He follows me around wherever I go. Fucking Terzio, take a night off, Terzio, please.
I think maybe he's saying that to you.
Probably. Probably. I watched one show without that fat face on here. It's probably pretty slaying. All right. I apologize, Sergio. You're right.
Is there any objection to these rankings so far? Anything wrong?
Yeah.
Yes?
I don't think that Trevor Lawrence is worse than the other rookie quarterback. That's starting.
Oh, no. Davis Mills is worse than Trevor Lawrence, but then it's Trevor Lawrence right there.
No way. I think Justin Fields is worse.
We'll get to it.
Justin Fields, though, did have that really, really nice run in the game. That was his first big play of his career.
Correct.
Yeah. Danielle, what's up? She says, nope. I'm not sure what the nope is for, but it's for something that Kyle said.
She doesn't object to my rankings is what she's saying.
Okay, yeah. He did, didn't he? Yeah, so Danielle is a Chicago Bears, the Bears fan.
Oh, thank you.
The Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
What do the Jets do with Joe Flacco is a question for Terzio. Listen.
That's completely irrelevant. You
should be talking to us about Flacco. Listen, Frank Terzio came on this show or through the comments a couple weeks ago and said that the New England Patriots were going to hang 54 on the Jets. That was his prediction, and look at what they did. All right, Daniel says no arguments to the rankings.
I said the Giants were going to score 17 last night, and they did. No big deal, Terzio.
All right, let's get to some news from around the league. One unfortunate bit of news is Henry Ruggs was involved in a car accident earlier on this morning. Alcohol was involved. He's been arrested and will be charged, if not already, with DUI involving a murder or involving a death, not involving a murder. Sorry. So that happened. Like the Raiders can't get away from it. It seems to be a news story weekly. You know, if it wasn't their former coach, it was how are they going to do without their former coach, and what did their former coach have to, what exactly did he do for this organization? Now you got this. Ruggs is from a football standpoint, he's the big deep threat, if you will. He's not the most consistent receiver, but he's the downfield threat. From a non-football standpoint, he's an asshole. No, if all this is true, Tim, you sent the picture of the vehicles, and it was just a disaster. So any thoughts on this besides the obvious ones?
Was this in Vegas or was this in LA?
It was in Vegas. I saw Las Vegas Police Department.
I'm waiting to see how many people are going to say that an NFL team in Vegas was a bad idea because of stuff like this. Because a lot of people for years have been talking about you can't put a team in Vegas; those guys are going to go crazy. Like the home team is always supposed to have the advantage because they'll get used to the Vegas life. But the visitors are going to come in and be like, "Oh, I got a night off. I got to go out to the casino.
It's like Miami,
go to the strip club. I got to go here, there, and there." And then something stupid like this happens. But we don't know what happened as far as where he was or what he was doing. But just to be a drunk driving asshole and kill somebody, goodbye. See ya.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse for it, especially if you're there. It's his hometown right now where he's playing. There's no excuse for it. He should have someone that can. He's making millions of dollars. He can have someone transport him. He has friends. Like it's so dumb. If you're gonna drink, you should not be driving. It's ridiculous that we still have to go through this. Especially
Uber, man.
Uber.
And as an athlete,
could have called Kyle. Kyle would have come pick you up.
Yeah, Henry. Jeez. This guy.
But he busted out the full first name.
Yeah, Henry. Yeah, listen. Henry Ruggs II should have taught him better. All right, we'll just say that.
Very good. And look at this. Just to have Kyle's on the show and somebody brought up golf. Look at this. Terzio says, look what happened to Tiger Woods. And put them behind a wheel and look what happens. Exactly. You get enough alcohol in your system and nothing ever good happens from that once you get behind the wheel. So that's the big story of the day outside of.
I just want to say though, Tiger didn't have any alcohol or anything in the system though when he crashed. His was just like a freak accident.
And driving 173 and like a
20.
Yeah,
there's that.
There's that. And plus the Tiger Woods thing that was down a notorious part of the road where a lot of car accidents take place anyway. Trade deadline stuff. As we segue, we had the Von Miller to the Rams, which is huge. You see all the goodbye video from Von Miller, the Broncos for his 11 years. What's your take on that? Does that solidify that? I mean, that's a silly question, but how much does it solidify that Rams defensive front? Do you think, Kyle?
I mean, they were already a strong defense. Von Miller's in his 13th season, so it's not like he's out here being some defensive stalwart. He's definitely going to help them, but I don't know if they needed much more help. I just think it's funny that ever since the Rams drafted Jared Goff, that they decided we're going to throw away all of our top picks and just trade for good players. That's it. That's all we need. We're not going to make that mistake again. Ramsey, we're going to have Aaron Donald, we're going to have Von Miller now. It's a good defense, but I don't think it changes anything too much because this is still a great defense.
Yeah, and Kyle, to your point when you were saying that, a couple of years ago, I was listening to Bill Simmons, and he was like, "This is it for the Rams." And this was a couple of years ago. The Rams aren't going to be good anymore. They've destroyed that team, salary cap issues and all this stuff. And to their credit, they found a way out of that and are clearly doing well here. Timmy. What does this do for you, the Ramalama Ding Dongs?
Oh, the Ramalamas, man. They're. I mean, look, it helps. It doesn't hurt. But if they were going to make a big trade, I thought they were going to trade for another weapon on offense, which I think that's where they would need anything. But no, I mean, who doesn't want Von Miller on their team along with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey? I mean, it doesn't hurt. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Then they released Deshaun Jackson, which I have no problem with because I would super kick that guy in the face if I could. But I really thought they were going to go after an offensive guy to help out. But no, Von Miller, I'll take him any day of the week. So it doesn't help. I mean, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, no, for sure. Dave, any thoughts on that? He goes from the Broncos, who are trying. The Broncos are trying to establish themselves, even though they've only beaten not so good teams this year. It continued, by the way. Now it's the Redskins, the Washington, the Giants, the Jets, and Jacksonville.
Yep,
those are the four. There you go. They're 4-4.
Perfect.
Congrats to the Broncos.
The Cowboys this week.
Go Broncos.
What?
Sorry. I know we don't treat you guys right. Dave, any thoughts on that deal?
I mean, I feel like a few years ago when they got Jalen Ramsey, we all thought, oh my God, their defense is amazing, but they still couldn't do squat. So it's like, yeah, if Von Miller could fit the system, great. It's going to be a fantastic. But if he doesn't, then it was just for nothing.
Yep.
They'll let him loose. They'll let him loose. Dude, just do what you want to do. Well, this is the play. You do what you feel like you got to do on that play. That's basically what they're going to do. They're going to let him wreak havoc in any way he can. That's all he really can do. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt.
Yeah, just get out there and run with it. Melvin Ingram heads to the Chiefs from Pittsburgh, and the same kind of.
Wait, Melvin or Mark?
Melvin went from Pittsburgh to the
Mark went back to the Saints.
To the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, that's probably going to be a lead back role for him as they get Kamara more involved with the passing game, if that's even possible. And now Michael Thomas is out for sure. Now, I mean, this guy is like, am I going to come back? I'll play football? No. So
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Now you got a guy in Atlanta.
Really.
Yes, and we'll get to that because that had an impact on me this weekend. But so it was the same situation, So they're trading Melvin Ingram, and coach is like, we don't want anybody to think that you're being held hostage here. So this was a trade, I guess, that Melvin Ingram was not happy in Pittsburgh, not happy seeing the 27th best quarterback in the league. But were there many game changers here? I mean, Zach Ertz to the Cardinals seems like just giving Kyler another weapon on offense, and obviously we've all seen Ertz in action in our division, and he's always played real well against the Giants, at least, which is a tight end thing anyway. But any team out there that you guys think made a significant change enough to say, okay, you were going to be in the playoffs, but now you're real Super Bowl contenders? Because I didn't see it happening, and a lot of times it doesn't with the NFL trade deadline.
No, not really. Nothing too spectacular. No, not like baseball usually is or basketball, which is crazy ass trades.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. You hit it on the head. Like the NFL trade deadline, we always build it up every year, and then nothing happens. And nothing that ever does happen is very consequential enough to where it's going to affect the team's chances. So, I don't know. It's just kind of not – you're just trading for the future at this point. Or you're trying to help old guys find another team so they can get those last couple of yards. Like, I feel like Frank Gore gets traded every year. So,
and who was on Monday Night Football last night when Gore was running? And he was like – is that Frank Gore? Oh, it was Jonathan Stewart. It was
John Stewart.
Oh no, so it was Strahan. You're right. Yeah, he was like, "Is that Frank Gore?" He's like, "He's been in the league long enough. That could have been his son. He's been in the league for 20 years." Going from one running back to another, Derrick Henry likely out for the season. They keep on saying this indefinitely stuff, but let's take it for what it's worth, as we've seen with injury news in the NFL and all sports, really. Take 1 week at a time, and then you got McCaffrey, who was supposed to be out for 3 weeks, is now out for 7, 8, 9 weeks. So all right, so let's talk about this real quick. So Titans are on a nice little 3-game stretch here, and the curse seems to be broken from Timmy. That seems to not be happening anymore. But now you're bringing in Adrian Peterson, 36 years old. Probably don't expect him to be the lead back, and this is likely, right? And you guys feel free to jump in and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but this is likely a bigger move in name than actual impact on the field.
Yeah, it's like when the Lakers added all of their pieces over the offseason. They got Carmelo, they got Rondo.
No. Don't call Melo an auxiliary piece.
No.
Watch it. Watch it.
Carried the Lakers.
Listen, if they were signing Adrian Peterson, this would be a different story, right? It's 2021. I forgot he was still playing.
No, it's like when the Celtics signed Shaq. That's the same thing. Yeah, it's great in name, but it ain't gonna do nothing.
It's not doing anything. I love that Derrick Henry going down. We're all immediately writing off the Titans. Like usually, if it's a quarterback, when they go down, we're like, well, they're done. Their running back goes out that we call the most replaceable position in the NFL, and we're all just like, they're done. That's
just
it.
Not on that team.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what was it up until like a couple weeks ago? Not only was he leading the league in rushing, but his yards after contact was in second place. It wasn't any other running back in the league.
Yes.
It was yards after contact. So they have the number 1 seed. They have the best record in the AFC at 6-2. They're coming off wins against Buffalo, the Chiefs,
the loss to the Jets.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But they also didn't bring their top 2 wide receivers, and AJ Brown is flipped that switch. The last couple of games, I think he's 270 yards or something like that total in the last couple of games. So now it's you're relying on Ryan Tannehill to negotiate that offense and do a little bit more than what he's been asked to do, which is really just play mistake free. Dave, do you think that they can keep up without King Henry?
In that division, I absolutely do. They think so. They already beat the Colts the one time. So they just got one more game against them, and then they have to play the Texans and the Jaguars. They can definitely keep up with that.
Yeah, they're already 3-0 in the division.
Exactly. So I think they'll be fine, at least to meet the playoffs. After that, I don't know. It all depends on what they do with the Tannehill to see how they stop him. But I think adding AP was – what does that hurt? AP is not like, some guy who was just injury prone. He's like a Frank Gore, who even up to the end of his career, he was still doing something.
With Detroit.
Yardage.
You're better than that, though. You have some self-respect than to sign with Detroit last year. Okay, all right. So it seems. It doesn't seem as though he'll make. He's not coming in here and gonna rush for 6 yards a carry. But number one, he's gonna provide the veteran leadership, and then it's really gonna be up to Tannehill to be a true quarterback, and we'll find out maybe soon where he's at in this ranking. But I want to close out the news segment with Tim's favorite wide receiver, and that is Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr.'s father comes out with a video. I'm not sure what is going on in the world right now, but Odell Beckham Jr.'s father comes out with a video, kind of like, he's a weatherman, showing what's going on, how many times he's been missed. The yeast has been missing him. Apparently he's been wide open, and just your boy's not getting the ball. So, what do you guys think about this? Come on with this. The dad's got to make a video. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Between this guy
whoever wants to chime in.
Between this guy and Pat Mahomes' brother, stop. Stop.
Family, get out.
Yeah, and then you get the wives.
Yes.
Remember the wives when Twitter first got big? All the wives started their yammering. Stop! You gotta stop. Oh my God!
Tom Brady's wife.
All of them. It was in Buffalo actually back when Twitter first got big. criticizing the ownership, criticizing it's like, who are you? You're
The
nobody.
best one was Golden Tate's wife last year.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot about that.
He does not have a job anymore because of her.
Earl Thomas's brother. Oh wait.
No.
You gotta keep these people off social media, please, because it's absolutely ridiculous. But I won't argue with the guy. I mean, he does have the proof that Odell Beckham is open.
Yeah, I mean, he does. But you know, Odell has had two quarterbacks, you know, that played significant roles in his career, and now, you know, he complained about the one, and then, you know, the second one was not much better, and now the dad's getting involved. So it's Kyle, what you know, you're not. I don't know if you hate Odell from his time with the Giants. So, you know, take that out of your mind. Does he have a beef here? They were talking about the Saints were going after him today up through the deadline. Probably would have been the largest move of the deadline. But the Browns were just asking for too much. But so what do you make of this moving forward?
I do think he needs to get out of Cleveland because ever since he stepped foot in there, nothing's gone right for him. Actually, nothing's gone right for him since the Giants took the picture of all the receivers on the boat. That's when everything fell apart for him. But then he got moved to the Browns, and he's never had a good game since he's been in Cleveland. I don't know if he's washed. It looks like we're getting close to that point, but I want to see him on another team before we just completely write him off. You know, Saints would have been a good spot. Heck, I feel like most teams need help right now. Put him on the Jets. Let's see what happens. I don't know.
That's what Terzio says. Odell Jets, go get him.
The Giants have the worst record in the NFL since that picture was taken.
The Jets is where receivers go to die. Come on, guys.
Well, see, I mean, if you're ready,
might be time.
You got a foot in the grave. Yeah.
might be time. All right, I think that is it for the news. Besides one deal here, Calvin Ridley, for the second time this year, about an hour before game time, who I just traded for the previous day. He was on my team for less than 24 hours, and so I got Calvin Ridley and Keenan Allen for Stephon Diggs. And then an hour before, Calvin Ridley's out. I'm like, what? He didn't even have an injury designation, guys. What's going on? I'm going to need you guys to be upfront and honest with us. And then came the news that, you know, this was more of a mental health situation going on. So, you know, outside of the fact that he disrupted my game on Sunday, we've seen this in I think all the sports now, where somebody has either, you know, stepped away from the game or stepped away from a tournament and said, you know, my mental health is weighing on me right now. You can't even gauge this. You know, the team, the you know, Atlanta is somehow vying for playoffs. Although I said that they would never come, you know, sniff close to that, but somehow they're in the mix, and now they don't know when they're going to get their number one wide receiver back, and then of course there's the fantasy aspect where people have laid down hundreds and hundreds of dollars into their fantasy leagues, and drafted guys like Calvin Ridley, and now you just don't know what to do with him. I traded him the next day.
Someone took him?
I traded him for Cortland Sutton
Okay.
from the Denver Broncos.
Who made that trade?
It's just
I wouldn't
in case.
have given you a bag of peanuts for.
I know. I to be honest with you, I was going to drop him, and then in the morning I woke up. You know, they were like, all right, well, if he comes back, it'll be worth it.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
hey, you made the right decision. You got rid of him. Listen, we gotta. I'm all for the mental health thing right now. Like, I feel like if Ben Simmons would have said earlier on that he's dealing with mental health issues, we would feel differently about his entire situation. But you look at Naomi Osaka, you look at Simone Biles. Now you have Calvin Ridley, you had Kevin Love a couple of years ago. Yeah. They're all are being more open and upfront about their personal well-being. In fact, Andrew Luck retired early because he didn't want to deal with the pain of having to do the rehab over and over again. So I think these players who are upfront about it are honestly super brave to step out there and say, listen, I'm not playing right now because my mind's not in the right spot. So Calvin Ridley, you focus on yourself, and if you ever feel like coming back, you're going to have a spot on any team right now.
Yeah, that I mean, that's for sure. As much talent as he's got, he's got to roll somewhere. Terzio asks, who will be a championship team first, the Mets, the Jets, or the Knicks? And I've had conversation with you, Kyle, a couple weeks ago, and I said it on this show that it's a rough situation when the Knicks are the team of mine that's closest to a championship.
The Knicks are fun right now. Yeah,
they are very fun right now.
Very excited about your Knicks. You're going to draw some attention from maybe some superstars down the road if you guys keep this going.
Yeah, they'll flirt. They'll be intrigued, and they'll go sign somewhere else.
Kevin Durant's kicking himself right now because he, hitched his wagon to the runaway train that is Kyrie Irving, and now he's stuck in Brooklyn. So
Kyrie's going to go off the cliff, man. He's going to go off the cliff.
James Harden, exact same thing.
All right. So let's do it. Let's get to the next quarter of your quarterback rankings here, Kyle.
All right. Just a recap from 32 to 25. It went 32, Jared Goff. 31, the Saints mess of Taysom Hill and Trevor Siemian. 30, Taylor Heineke. 29, Davis Mills. 28, Sam Darnold. 27, Ben Roethlisberger. 26, Teddy Bridgewater / Drew Lock. And 25, Trevor Lawrence. So now we're going to do 24 through what? 17?
17.
All right. And number 24. Carson Wentz. Oh, man, we love him as NFC East fans, all right? Threw a left-handed interception today.
What was that? It was like a jump shot as he was falling. Just throw it up in the air.
Carson Wentz. Oh, man, you get a second chance in Indianapolis. Maybe you can win a division. I don't know. Derrick Henry's not playing anymore, but right now you're at 24, just proving us all right that Dak Prescott was by far and away the best quarterback in that draft. Not him and Jared Goff. Come on. Number 23, Matt Ryan. You just lost your best receiver. Now you just have Kyle Pitts. Matty Ice, you need to be put on ice. This is done. We're done here, guys. He's kind of washed at this point. Number 22, we saw him on Sunday night, Kirk Cousins. We're just done with him too, right? We've seen enough.
It's been a long time ago.
Done. I would like that over Kirk Cousins.
Ooh, I mean, this is 24 through 19 are basically the same person, just in different forms. Kirk Cousins just has better receivers to throw to, so he looks better on certain nights. That's really it. Let's go on to number 21 for all you Miami guys. Tua's looking better. He's not that bad, guys. And heck, he's had to deal with all these Deshaun Watson trade rumors the past couple of weeks. Give him credit. He's nowhere near the rest of his quarterback class, but you know what? You're hanging in there, Tua, on a team that just doesn't seem to like you. I feel like the coaching staff just hates him at this point. I
mean, if there's rumors out there that you're willing to consider somebody with 7,000 counts of sexual harassment and whatnot, misconduct, then yeah.
But it started last year though with him. It started last year when they kept going at Fitzmagic at the end. It's like, come on, who do you want to be the
no trust.
They don't like him. Number 20, Justin Fields. I've been impressed the past couple of weeks. I think it's also worth pointing out that Justin Fields had his best game when Matt Nagy was out with COVID.
Yeah.
Just a little heads up there. So that's why I bumped him up a couple of spots because maybe he needs a new coach. A new coach that, I don't know, lets him run. That'd be nice. So Justin Fields, I like your potential. Number 19, another NFC East quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, I feel like you're also on the hot seat because you got someone named Gardner Minshew right behind you, who I would like to see throw for the Eagles right now. Guys, as Giants fans, if you saw Gardner Minshew coming in as the Eagles quarterback over Jalen Hurts, would you be more afraid or just feel the same?
I'd feel the same, to be honest with you.
I think it gives them basically the same punch. So maybe should I put Jalen Hurts / Gardner Minshew?
Don't do that. You're just cheating all up and down your line here.
It's fine. All right, number 18, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Showed some signs of, I'm not going to give away my team yet this week. And this past week against the Bears, you're like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to show some signs that I want to keep this job. And he stepped up and he beat the Bears, whatever that means. He still won a game. Like to point out, Kyle Shanahan, not a great coach, very overrated. 32 and 39 in his career. Just saying. And number 17, one-shouldered Baker Mayfield. You're doing your best with what you got, man. But I give you all the credit in the world for going out there injured, but it's not great. I'm not very impressed with Baker. He's going to be asking for a big contract this offseason. Let's see where that goes. Yeah, don't do it, Browns.
Or do it.
They will actually. You're gonna mess around and do it. But Baker Mayfield's at number 17, and that's the second half of this year.
Okay, well, all right, Dave. That's your boy, Baker Mayfield. Do you think that's around where he should be?
Maybe. There's one quarterback right now I'm thinking of that does not deserve to be top 16 over Baker Mayfield.
All
right, we'll get there. Okay,
we'll get there.
We'll get there. It's called tease. All right, so we're halfway through the quarterback rankings from Kyle. So let's talk about a little bit about the games from last week. We saw the Cardinals on Thursday night take a tumble, and Aaron Rodgers, discount double check, who we finally got to see what he was for Halloween. Did you guys all see that?
John Wick,
little John Wick action going there. It makes sense the whole time. The hair, the straight hair, looking good, Aaron. Good job out there. So they go into Arizona without their top two wide receivers, and he's like, nah, no big deal. I'm going to take down the 7-0 team.
Yes.
It was a boring game to start, but it really picked up later on. Anything that you guys want to say about this game?
Aaron Rodgers, maybe the scope. Just throwing that out there. Yeah.
I know, Kyle. You're that's it. You said Arizona's done, right? You wrote them off already.
Frauds. Yeah, absolutely. They're frauds.
Stop.
Yeah. This is what no, Arizona did this last year though too. Not undefeated, but they were playing great the first half of the season, and then they hit a little snag. Kyler got injured, and they really fell off
the shoulder thing.
Yeah, I think they're
the perfect example of if Kyler Murray can't play, they're done.
Yes,
it's just the way they are the perfect of hitching your wagon to that one horse. You can't.
Who's their backup quarterback?
You can't do that. I couldn't tell you.
I didn't even know Geno Smith was still in the league until he came in and trotted into that game.
Carson Palmer.
Might as well be.
All right. The first game on the slate for Sunday is, if you are a betting person, this really screwed your entire day up more than likely, and it was the Bengals and the Jets. What did you guys do and come in here? And this is 10 times more inexcusable than the Titans going into that stadium and losing to the Jets. Bengals were full force. It was a trap game, obviously, and they the Bengals had just gone into Baltimore and did what I had thought the Chargers would do the week before. But then you go lay an egg here and lose to the Jets. Timmy, what are the Jets fans thinking about up there right now? Are they pumping their chest out?
Oh, please. I'm not even going to talk about that. Give me a break.
That was the best performance a Jets quarterback has had in years.
Look at the comments. I'll just say, look at the comments over there. No, it is. What did I say last week too? I said the best Jets quarterback in history was Flash Gordon, a fictional character. And you're right. Mike White was the best performance since Flash Gordon defeated Ming on the planet of Mongo. So yeah, you are correct. I agree with you 100%.
400 passing yards, just all over the place.
But now, who do you start now when Zach Wilson comes back? Here we go. Quarterback controversy: Wilson versus White. Definitely not Joe Flacco.
What is the reason for Joe Flacco? He's not even the veteran guy that you want anybody to learn from.
No.
That's why they bring him in. So they're like, do not copy what that man does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do that. Yeah, bring all your old film. Don't do any of that stuff.
I almost placed so many bets this week against Mike White, like under in the yards, under in passing time. I almost did.
What was the yardage set out? Like what?
It was like 220.
Okay, all right.
220 for passing yards. I thought Bengals best team in the AFC. They're just gonna run all over them. Nope. Mike White immediately goes for like 75 yards in the first drive.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Terzio says they're already going to name the street after Mike White in Queens.
Wait, what's the gamble? Is this a New York thing, Kyle? All of a sudden, you gambling like crazy? Did that bring it out of you?
Listen, my Steelers Patriots parlay this past week really worked out, so I feel good about it. I'm back on the train.
All right. You had Titans and Colts in this game. You know the Titans lose King Henry. So you get the victory. Now you've gone out and you've beaten Buffalo and the Chiefs, and now the Colts, who have been playing better. And we were just talking last week that I said, it was me, not us, as in Tim. I don't want to get him mixed up in all this, but I did say that the week prior, it was the best that I had seen Carson Wentz look, maybe even in an Eagles jersey. And then he comes out and he takes a jumper as he's falling to the ground. Oh, what a mess! What a mess that was.
He's must-see TV right now.
That's rough, man. All right, some non-playoff games or non-playoff deciding games here. I know it's only week 8, but Rams beat the Texans. The Texans wound up coming back to cover. So again, there's gambling in there. Steelers and the Browns. Now, clearly, this is of importance here. The Steelers, with the victory, they go to 4-3. The Browns fall to 4-4. Now they're at 500. Supposed to be running away with the division. I get that there's injuries to major pieces of that offense, but to have your offense out on the field and to put up 10 points, and the week before, would they put up 7? Or 2 weeks ago they put up 7, so it's or they put up 10 or 10 or 13, and then the week before it was 7. So this Cleveland Browns offense is not performing, worth a shit. So I'll ask you, Dave, how confident, and we poke fun at this, you solid backing for the Cleveland Browns from wherever you're broadcasting from today, but going forward, do you have faith in this team to win that division, to make noise? What do you think at this point moving forward? We're about halfway through.
I think they can't lose another divisional game if they really want to make that push. I don't think they could lose again to the Steelers or the Bengals or the Ravens. They're gonna have to come up with an upset somewhere along those lines. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because either someone's hurt or they just can't get together. I mean, today was the first – oh, not today. Sorry. Sunday was – I saw the stat that it was the first time that
like 361, 361 days or something.
Like a ridiculous amount of time. It's like, okay, like, shoot, man. Like, how have these guys not been playing together? And then they put up that stinker of a game. It's going to be rough.
It's tough. So here's the Browns' schedule as we move forward here. So they're 4-4. Next week they have the Bengals in Cincinnati. Then the week after that they head to New England to play the Patriots. That's not looking as easy of a game because of their savior at quarterback. And we haven't heard the name yet. Mm-hmm. Then they have the Lions in Cleveland, and then back-to-back games, not back-to-back weeks because there's a bye week in between, but the Browns head to Baltimore to play the Ravens, have a bye week, and then on the bye they come back and they welcome in the Ravens to Cleveland.
Oh, that's brutal. Oh, no.
Why would they
rough.
do that?
Why would they do that?
Wait, so back-to-back games against the Ravens. Oh, my God.
Has that ever happened in the history of the NFL?
I don't know, but it feels to me like I'm gonna switch this up to my baseball team. Terzio will be happy about this, but it's kind of like when the Mets had to play 13 straight games against the Giants and the Dodgers. Dodgers, Giants. Dodgers, Giants.
This is a football show.
Sorry.
So,
The
but Steve, are
okay. After that, that's a good question. I don't have the calendar up here. I don't know what December 12th is, but that's the second game. You have that. December 12th is a Sunday, and the 28th is a Sunday. Yeah, both Sundays.
Wow.
Then after that, they have the Raiders. Then they go to Green Bay. Then they got the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and then they close out.
Loss.
Then they close out against the Bengals.
Loss.
Jeez. So they have to go to Green Bay in late December?
On Christmas Day. Christmas Day.
Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, I was thinking that the Browns still had a chance because I think they're still a good team, just decimated with injuries right now. But that division's way better than we thought it would be. Bengals came out of nowhere. Steelers, I don't trust at all. They just somehow find a way to scrap and win games. But the Ravens are going to be if the Ravens hold on, they could easily run away with that division right now.
They could go 2-8 through the rest of this.
Steve, I'm putting them. We every week we eliminate teams. I'm eliminating the Browns right now. Right now, I'm eliminating them.
Oh, you guys are the team who's been crossed off.
So. From that schedule you just said, if they can win their divisional games, they can make the playoffs because they're going to beat the Lions. They're not going to lose to that team.
The Lions
right.
are going to win. The Lions are going to win
That's
one
gonna
game this year, and that's the one they're going to win.
Dave, I don't care what's going on in your life. If the Browns lose to the Lions, you must figure out a way to get on the show that week. I don't care. I'll have a camera crew come find you. All right, so that was Steelers Browns. You got Eagles and Lions. That was a runaway game, and I don't want to talk about it.
The Lions are dead to us. No more.
Yeah, screw you, Lions. I hate you guys.
Don't cry.
It was the Eagles' largest margin of victory on the road since 1981, the year I was born. 49ers and the Bears. That turned out to be a cool little game to watch. 33-22. Jimmy G kind of took control. A couple rushing touchdowns. How about that rookie running back for the 49ers? Gets drafted in, I don't remember what number he was drafted, and he's got back-to-back games of over 100 yards. Debo, 819 receiving yards, most in the first 7 games in San Francisco's history. Do we believe in Jimmy G? Do we believe in this 49ers team? No, from Kyle.
More than I believe in my own team.
Well,
I don't like the 49ers. I don't like how Kyle Shanahan just messes with our fantasy teams every week and decides someone's not playing because he doesn't play their practice. It's ridiculous, okay? When he put Brandon Ayuk in the doghouse because he didn't like his practice. Right. Elijah Mitchell, enjoy this season. You won't be on the team in 2 years. Just the way Kyle Shanahan manages this entire thing. George Kittle still doesn't have a touchdown. I know he's been injured for 3 weeks. Still no touchdowns for Kittle this week. So I'm out on the 49ers. I'm not starting them anymore in any fantasy leagues.
Oof.
Good riddance. Yeah.
Good riddance.
Timmy. Overrated, making Kyle's look bad.
Well, speaking of Kyle's that look good on the field, at least, Panthers went into Atlanta to play the Falcons. Kyle Pitts is that guy who was talking about. But the Panthers go in and they beat the Falcons. Falcons now 3-4. The Panthers. This guy gets hurt. He's got a concussion. He's in protocol now. So it seems as though the Panthers might not have a quarterback. Well, one could argue that they haven't had a quarterback since week 4. But so do the Panthers now take that opportunity and kind of move on, and we'll see how that go forward. Dolphins and Buffalo. Buffalo kind of let them hang around a little bit in this game, and then kind of took off. Kyle Allen was pretty cool on Eli and Peyton last night. That was a good cast, just Ray. What did I say?
Kyle Allen.
Kyle.
I always say Kyle Allen, and I don't know why.
You got Kyle on the brain now because he said all the Kyle.
You said Kyle Pitts, Kyle Allen. But Josh Allen, he was on there. Who else? It was Strahan, Kyle. Jesus,
John
Christ.
Stewart,
Yeah,
Michael
John
Irvin.
Stewart.
John Stewart, and Irvin just chilling on the couch, lounging with the size medium shirt on, and every single, and they put his text chain up there where who was it that texted in or put it on Twitter? Was it Rich Eisen?
Yeah.
Rich Eisen tweeted out, "This is my conversation with Michael Irvin right now." And it's Michael Irvin saying, "Don't text because it's going to keep on popping up because he's using his phone to be on there." So he didn't want that to keep on happening. Or maybe he just thought that the messages were going to be seen by everybody because,
Great.
technology. All right, Patriots head to the Chargers, and they win 27-24. Timmy, the Patriots won't go away. No matter what. Mac Jones, their new savior at quarterback, has been playing really well. And this was a big game for them to go in. Los Angeles was just coming off their bye week. The week before, they had they had that game in Buffalo. So you have the bye week to get ready for the Patriots. And as we've seen sometimes with Bill Belichick, it doesn't matter how prepared you are. So, Ed, any thoughts on that, Timmy? That game as we go forward here.
I'm giving more credit to Josh McDaniels than I am to Bill Belichick as far as how good they've played this year. I mean, Belichick, the defense, the overall scheming, but he's turning Mac Jones into a superstar, Josh McDaniel. I'm going to say superstar like, he's going to be all that great or anything. But this is more the Chargers doing what the Chargers do. They're supposed to be this, and they turn out to be this small. Every year with these freaking guys. And they're another team I'm tired of. I'm tired of putting money on them, and I don't put money on them, but try to pick them every week, and every week they have the squeakers or too damn close, or they're losing those teams they should beat and beating teams they should lose. They're driving me nuts, that team. But the Patriots, they're not going anywhere yet. They might squeak in there. You never know. The extra team this year, they may squeak in and surprise somebody. But that's McDaniels, not Belichick.
We just keep on wanting to count the Patriots out, and it just doesn't happen, guys. The Jags went into Seattle. Seattle put a thrashing even with Geno Smith out there, and it was kind of a get right game for us in fantasy with Lockett and Metcalf. Lockett had 16 catches or something crazy like that after having 2 points and 3 points the last couple of weeks from a fantasy perspective. Washington headed to Denver. They promptly lost. They go to 2-6. And Tim, at the end of this, we might have to think about doing what we were thinking about doing last week.
Everyone but the Cowboys are out.
Remember before the season when everyone was picking Washington to win this division? Come on, guys! Like Ryan Fitzpatrick was the answer.
Defense. They were talking about defense, and their defense just hasn't showed up for a single game.
Nope.
So, but no, whole NFC East, Steve, gone. That's my vote.
Yeah,
except for the Cowboys.
I think we're gonna have to do it here in a few moments here. The game of the afternoon, the Saints still managed to beat the Bucks 36-27. Jameis Winston goes out, tears his ACL, injures his MCL as well, so he's going to be out. But he was certainly out there celebrating after the game.
I was going to say, did he tear while he was dancing, or
right? He was hopping around, man.
ACL during the game, MCL dancing. That's exactly what it was.
That definitely could have been. So Brady surpasses Breeze for most games with 4+ touchdown passes, and it's so funny to hear all these people. Brady didn't have a great game. Yeah, 4 touchdowns. They didn't have a great game.
Still got me 40 points. I'm good.
If you're still doubting Brady, you shouldn't be on any sports shows at all. Like, stop it. This is it.
I'd love to, but I can't. All right, the Sunday night game. Sunday night game. Go ahead, Kyle. Talk about it.
I mean, we are them boys.
Look at this,
this year.
or
Look at
do
it.
you want to just put a picture of your face just smiling from ear to ear? Go ahead.
Listen, I mean, heck, this Cowboys team, we lose Dak Prescott, all right? Never a doubt. Cooper Rush, the second coming of Mike White, steps in, all right? And just he does his job. He knows the Coopers. Cooper Rush, the Amari Cooper, game-winning touchdown, goes down the field, and we win. Kirk Cousins probably lays an egg in Sunday Night Football on prime time the way he always does. The Cowboys this year are winning games they always lost in years prior. We easily could have lost the Patriots. We easily should have lost something stupid like the Eagles this year. We're actually blowing out teams we're supposed to blow out. And when we have guys down, which we still do, by the way, no Michael Gallup, no DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't know if La'el Collins came back this past game. I don't remember. But either way, we're still missing pieces, and we're going in and taking care of business. Yeah, our schedule's easy, but guess what? We're winning each one. Now we have the Broncos next week. We got the after.
Let's go Denver.
Yep, and then the Chiefs look like the toughest game on our schedule. Not anymore. That looks like a win. I feel like, guys.
Look at cocky Cowboy fan here.
Just look at our schedule. Hell, we got the Chiefs,
I know.
Raiders, Washington 2 more times. We got the Giants.
That's why we're about to eliminate the rest of the division. That's why.
Oh, it's not even close, guys. This division's wrapped up by Thanksgiving. I can't wait to eat turkey and not have to worry about watching.
What Thanksgiving? It's wrapped up now. What he'll do? The Eagles are going to come out. Eagles are going to reel off 10 straight.
You never know with Minshew. I mean,
Minshew mania.
Minshew mania. No, the Cowboys. I thought like this. All right, it's going to be a lot tougher now. We're going into Minnesota, who also had a bye week, and we don't have Dak Prescott, who you'll see where he is in the rankings coming up. And we go in there, we take care of business. I love that the Cowboys are just handling it, making me happy. Our only loss was against the Super Bowl champions opening week of the season, first game of the season, where if our kicker would have made a field goal, we would have won it. So I'm just saying.
You guys can tell that Kyle hasn't had a chance to talk about the NFL on our network recently.
He just hasn't been able to talk good about the Cowboys for years. So he's getting it all out now is what it is.
What did I say to you before the season started? We're going to lose every game this year, I said, right? I sent that text message to you when we were losing every game in the preseason.
No, we've been I give him a lot of credit, especially when you said that Parsons and Diggs have made such a major difference on that team. Parsons is an animal.
Oh, my God.
He's everywhere. Where the ball is, he's there. You can't deny
Diggs
that.
Has been ridiculous.
And Diggs is, surprised he's averaging an interception a game for Christ's sake. So.
Can we hand out some awards right now? I mean, Defensive Player of the Year goes to Trevon Diggs. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Comeback Player of the Year goes to Dak Prescott. MVP goes to Dak Prescott. I'm just saying. Coach of the Year, maybe. It goes to Kellen Moore. So.
Yeah, take it easy there, Kyle. All right, and then the final game of the week yesterday took place on Monday Night Football. The Giants and the Chiefs. It was a game. I don't know if it was the Giants playing up, the Chiefs playing down, or neither one of them doing either of those two things there.
Definitely not the Giants playing up.
Well, we with the Giants still have Ingram on the roster. That was a potential trade. They've been talking about Slayton. Shepard got hurt again. Mr. Fragile himself. He gets hurt. He was in my daily fantasy lineup that I did win last night, though, in spite of him. As soon as he just went down immediately, grabbed the quad. So we'll see how long he's going to be out for. But it doesn't seem like anybody's scared of the Chiefs anymore. It doesn't seem as though that we should be scared of the Chiefs anymore. Kyle, to your point, the very winnable game with the Cowboys. But Dave, is there anything that you saw last night that you can pinpoint if the Chiefs fix, X, Y, and Z, they're back at it and they're back to being Super Bowl favorites? Or is this just like a mediocre team for this year and see what they can do over the offseason?
I don't know. They look so out of sync. They look so good sometimes, but then so out of sync on other drives. It doesn't make sense. They still have the same team. They still have two incredible offensive weapons. They have a good run game. one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I just don't understand like what is going on with them. Why they can't get it together. I know that I forgot who it was. I think it was Peyton said how, that he's not leading. Like let's say Tyreek Hill on some of these out routes. When he just put it up there. He's going one-on-one with people. Like it's Tyreek Hill. It's not, I don't know, Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense. So maybe it's the game plan that whatever they're running just isn't clicking yet.
What
It's
else
so
is
weird
happening?
that you would go away from anything that would resemble the explosiveness of the Chiefs' offense in the past. Sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
No, what I want to say was that Patrick Mahomes has always been reckless with all his trick plays and throwing across the field and stuff like that. And teams are just figuring it out now. They get it. And these cornerbacks are now too good. His receivers aren't getting separation. And Mahomes looks like kind of a rookie running around out there. He's trying all these new things that just aren't working for the game, and it's costing his team games. So I feel like Mahomes needs to do something differently in order to figure out how to win more things for his team. Otherwise, they're not even going to make the playoffs. The AFC is kind of a mess, but do you see them making the playoffs at this point? I don't know. Their division's a little tough. The AFC North's got 4 teams that I think are capable of making the playoffs. I think it's going to be a tough battle for them to get. And if we want to play the schedule game, pull up the Chiefs' schedule. I don't think they're going to win, 5 more games? Yeah.
So you nailed it. You nailed it because I said this 3 weeks ago. We got to stop putting the Chiefs on this goddamn pedestal, and you got to stop putting Patrick Mahomes on this pedestal. And everyone's afraid to say it, but like you said, if every cool-looking underhand throw he makes, he's making 5 that are not good. Tyreek Hill had to go. He made how many catches? I don't know how many catches he had last night. Half of those because he had to go back for the ball, turn the wrong way, jump this way. It was too low. Same thing with Kelsey. They're making fantastic catches because they're bad throws. Mm-hmm. Stop with the underhand bullshit. Stop with all the trick plays. Stop throwing like a grenade. Stop throwing it through your legs and play the goddamn position. But he hasn't been doing that. So no, the Chiefs. Goodbye. There you go. I won't put them on the gone list, but they're right there. They're teetering on that list.
I mean, they are tied for 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If the Giants would have won, we'd have the same record as the Chiefs after 8 weeks. No one predicted that in the beginning of the year. Nobody would ever predicted that in a minute. And that's shit on us, but still.
Or that the game was going to be that close.
Yeah. Exactly,
that we were going to hang with them or whatnot. But right now they're tied with the Patriots, Chiefs, Browns, and Broncos, all 4-4, 8 through 11. So as it stands in the AFC today, if the playoffs were to start, it's the Titans followed by the Raiders.
No one believes in the Raiders. All right, let's stop.
Baltimore, Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. 2, 4, and the Chargers. The Chargers will be the 7th team in there.
Bunch of fraud teams running around there. Just give the AFC to the Bills and let's move on. All right.
Listen. All right, and then let's visit the NFC real quick. Green Bay, followed by the Cardinals, and then the Cowboys, the Bucks, the Rams, the Saints, and the Panthers. Panthers and it's the Vikings on down on the outside looking in. Let's
the Vikings need to get rid of Kirk Cousins already, man. That's already been enough. Yeah, I can't get it done.
With those wide receiver core, those weapons on offense.
There's
no reason they should have not beat the Cowboys.
The best backup running back in the game. I mean,
slow down.
I'm saying because you guys had your second quarterback out there, not Dak. You guys should have won that game.
No, I mean, but that's the Vikings being incoherent. Like I'm surprised Mike Zimmer's still coaching right now. You can't lose that game.
No.
All right, Kyle. Let's get to the third grouping here of your 32 through 1. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, this is the beginning of the spice right here. All right, number 16. You ready? Mike White, fresh off his first game, steps in there and has the game of his life. Jets fans, you are with me.
What ahead of Baker? I can get down with that.
Mike White, he looked great. He really did. And this guy steps in there and crushes the number 1 team in the AFC. I am in on Mike White. He is my number 16 quarterback in the NFL right now. Go on to the next spot. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. It's the first of the Joneses. It's Daniel Jones. He is a top half quarterback in the NFL. This season, he's really cut back on the turnovers. He looks a lot better than he has. He's making leaps. I don't know if he is your quarterback of the future. You guys are going to have to make that decision at the end of the year. But he's definitely not bad. I think the team's just letting him down at this point. So number 15 goes to Daniel Jones. 14, Ryan Tannehill. I am out on Tannehill right now. You have A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. You guys should be doing so much better than you are. But no, he's just letting Derrick Henry do it all. Now let's see what happens, Mr. Tannehill.
Julio's been hurt.
Okay.
And A.J. Brown was I don't know.
Semantics.
Like a Wes Welker without Tom Brady.
Ryan Tannehill also just doesn't inspire any confidence. I'm not in on him. Number 14 is Ryan Tannehill. Number 13, second of the Joneses, Mac Jones. Mac Jones is easily the best rookie quarterback out of this class. And as a Patriots hater, for like all of you Patriots haters out there, they just sat and let him fall to him. Kyle Shanahan could have done the same thing with the San Francisco 49ers at number 12. He traded away 3 first-round picks to move up and get Trey Lance, who's not even starting right now. Mac Jones is reliable. He's out there. He's making plays for his team, and he's only a rookie. I'm just saying, I think Mac Jones has a decent future. And could you imagine they just give Tom Brady to him, and they're just relevant again for the next 15 years?
That would be the most unfair thing in sports history. That's what that would be. But can you imagine the difficult position that you're in as a rookie quarterback, knowing that every single mistake you're like feeling Belichick's eyes just like gaze through you, and every mistake you make you're gonna have to go to the principal's office. And I'd be scared. I'd be, if I was a rookie quarterback, I'd be petrified of Bill Belichick.
Exactly. And who's he throwing to right now? Hunter Henry? Okay. I think he's making the most of what he's got right now. So I like Mac Jones. Number 12. This guy started off hot. His team's in a decent spot, but I still don't trust him. That's Derek Carr. Maybe John Gruden was a problem, and he's going to be great from here on out. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. Something about Derek Carr also doesn't inspire confidence. Do you guys enjoy watching him? I think he just throws a Darren Waller, and that's it.
And Waller,
he's like
but
Tony
Waller
Romo
hasn't even.
with, Jason Witten.
Oh, stop it.
Yes. Or Tony Romo needed more safety nets than
exactly.
anybody else
More.
needed.
I need to remind you of Miles Austin and Des Bryant. It was a good team. All right. Moving on. You want some spice? Actually, you want the spiciest of spices? Number 11.
What number is this?
This is number 11. Russell Wilson. Welcome to the outside of the top 10.
Wow.
And this has more to do with personality and play. I think the guy's a fraud. Oh my god!
Sierra's tweeting this out in 10 minutes. He's
getting
a clip of this.
We're getting canceled by Sierra.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. What was his nickname? Mr.
What was it that he gave himself? Mr. I never remember it. That weird video he made that one time.
All right, how about Mr. Irrelevant? Because you're trying to be relevant by standing on the sidelines and doing these fake plays, running these fake huddles. Give me a break with this guy. And I also love in the offseason when he's like, I don't want to be traded, but if I was to be traded, here are the 4 teams I would like to be traded to. All right, get out of here, man. You know you're going to be on another team next year. Whatever. I'm tired of him. Stay on the sidelines for the season because you clearly don't want to play. The whole let Russ cook thing. He's cooking through his Twitter feed. So, all right, number 10. This guy was higher earlier this season, but the past couple of weeks have not been kind, so I bumped him down. Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert deserves to be in the top 10, but 2 of the last 3 weeks he's had his worst games of his career. That Patriots team is not as good as your Chargers team, and you let them come in there. Heck, every Chargers home game is a home game for the other team. It's not fair.
Basically. Yep.
Yes. But Herbert, you were showing some great signs earlier this year, and now I think he's starting to go on a decline. There's a chance he can save the season easily, but right now he's number 10. And is 9 the last one, Steve, before the last segment?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Number 9, a guy who I think is slightly overrated, Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, You're a good quarterback. You got some amazing receivers surrounding you right now, like incredible receivers. And, his breakfasts with Cooper Kupp have apparently been amazing. They go to breakfast with each other every single morning. And
it shows on the field.
Yes, it does. And I think Sean McVay is one of, if not, I think he's at least top 3 coaches in the league right now. I would want that guy to coach my team any day. I don't know. I don't trust it yet with Matt Stafford. We'll see what happens when he starts playing better teams. But right now, he's number 9.
I can see where you can say that because he's not done it in his career because he's not had the opportunities. So if you're talking about not trusting him from that standpoint, I mean, he was always a slinger in Detroit, and they
had the best receiver almost of all time with Calvin Johnson up there too.
Yeah. But not for the length of time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The length of time just wasn't there for him. Yeah. And he was hurt a lot of times too. But when you're getting those types of, you're 30 yards ahead of everybody, you're gonna wind up getting hurt one of these days. All right, so we'll do our picks here, and then we'll get to the undisputed top 8 quarterbacks in the NFL. With every name that you read out, I'm gonna get more and more annoyed that I don't hear Dak.
Was I fair with Daniel Jones though? I feel like I was fair. 15 top half ahead of Mike White.
You were way too nice. Daniel Jones should be bottom 20.
Whoa. Okay.
He is bottom 20.
You said that he was taking leaps. He's taking baby steps still. He's still learning to walk. How are you gonna tell me no? Look at the interception he threw last night.
I don't think that was for you.
Constantly.
I don't think that was for you.
Oh, I thought it was for me.
I don't think the no was for you. Yeah.
No. What's happening? Oh,
sorry.
I thought it was for me.
No. That interception was bad. It was very, very bad.
That was awful.
He's still not as bad as everyone's coming to claim him to be. I don't care what anybody says. I'm surprised Kyle had him at the top 15. I am shocked. I thought he'd be a lot lower.
I think it's just because he was coming on with 3 Giants fans.
No. I respect what he's doing right now. He's keeping them in the game.
Now, my question is: you didn't put Jameis Winston on this list
because he's done for the year. I took him off.
We don't know when Dak's coming back. He shouldn't be on the list then either.
Sunday.
Dak shouldn't be on the list anyway. Yeah, I agree. Dak should never be on this list.
Sunday. Oh, get ready. Top 8. Here we go.
All right, let's get to this week's picks here, and then we'll get to the top 8, and then we'll say goodbye to all these beautiful people. We get started off with our Thursday game. I got to remember that we're doing this show on Tuesday and not Wednesday. But Thursday game, Thursday Night Football, the New York Football Jets head to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Mm-hmm. The Colts are a 10.5-point favorite here. And Kyle, we just do games here. We just pick games here. But let me do this real quick because I forgot about last week's results. And I finally figured out. Rodriguez has been telling me that I jinxed him, and I figured it out why when I was going through the picks from last week and the win-loss records for last week. And he had been like a game or 2 behind Dave for first place, but he had a rough week. But Bert goes 11-4. Me, Tim, Align, Ed go 10-5. Joe 9-6. Dave, you go 8-7. Keith also 8-7. Eric 8-7. Tony 8-7. Kyle, rough week, buddy. It's a rough week. 6-9.
Thanks, Trevor Lawrence.
Dave, can you hear me knocking? Dave, can you hear me knocking? I'm coming, Dave.
Eric went 8-7 too.
Eric went 8-7.
Oh my God! Me and Eric had the same record.
That's on you.
Yeah.
But Rodriguez, who had, like I said, he had been 2 games out for the most part this year. He goes 4-11 in week 8.
Oh my!
Now I finally know. I'm like, what? I thought he was talking about fantasy, or something like that. But then I was like, I texted him last night, like 11:30 when I was going through this, or right before I sent the pics. I was like, now I know. Now I know what you meant. So for the year now.
Okay.
Dave remains in first place by a game over a line. One game now separates the fourth quarter hosts in first, second place, followed by me and Tim. Me and Tim are 2 games out. Bert 3 games out, and Ed 4 out. We're coming for you, Kyle.
Creeping.
Kyle's got some work to do.
Listen, I mean, fantasy-wise, I started off 0-5. We have the Stugatz Army has now won 3 in a row. So I just want to put that out.
That's incredible.
All right, we're hanging in.
All right, so let's get some serious business going here. Let's get to this one. The Jets head to the Colts. Play the Colts 10.5-point favorites here. I say this mostly every week with the Jets. Do we really have to go round robin here, or is anybody going to go with the Jets, or what? By a show of hands, anybody going with the Jets here?
Can I say something?
Was that Dave?
I had to, brush my hair back.
Yeah,
he has to brush his hat. Okay, so I will say I think the Jets cover that 10.5-point spread. But I just don't see Mike White 4 days rest coming in on a primetime game, beating in Indy. I don't know, man. I respect you, Mike White, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to happen. I go Colts too.
I have a feeling Mike White is going to be dropping significantly in the quarterback ranks this week.
Joe Flacco's looking over his shoulder. I get it.
Yes.
Joe Flacco.
All right, let's get to let's get to some Sunday games. And Dave, you are going with the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I don't want to write Jets here, and then next up, the Falcons at the Saints here. Back in New Orleans for a second game in a row. Saints are 4.5-point favorite here. Dave, we'll start with you on this one. Who you got here?
Yeah, I think the Saints still will take this one. Atlanta. It looks like now with Ridley gone, Kyle Pitts is being double covered, and they just don't have weapons like that besides Patterson. And that guy's not going to win you a game against the Saints.
Patterson bloomed after 9 years. He did his thing. Timmy?
Who that?
So there's a Saints fan in the Pop Culture Pros group, and she'll post every now and then about the Saints. And last week, all that she said, in the post for our picks was, none of you picked the Saints, not even one of you. How dare you? And then I was waiting for it. As soon as that game was over, she came back in with a Saints gif on there. She's a good sports though. Yeah.
I picked the Saints.
The Saints gif. Oh no, sorry. Last week for the. Did you pick the Saints?
Yeah, against the
last week.
Saints.
Don't lie to me.
Dead serious.
So maybe she was mistaken, but I'll take a look on that.
Saints Schmates. I'm going Falcons here. All right.
Saints Schmates.
Listen, I'm going Falcons here. Listen, we went over the quarterback rankings. Number 31 was the Trevor Siemian Taysom Hill combo. I don't trust that. I think Matt Ryan says, all right, Ridley Schmidley, I'm going in. We're going to have Kyle Pitts just dominate. I think the Falcons take this 2 in a row for them, right? No, wait, they didn't win last week, but they're going to win. They always win the week before
2 out of 3.
They always win the week before they play the Cowboys. So, Falcons.
All right, I'm going the Saints on this one. They're at home. If Taysom Hill is back, I do have more confidence in the game calling, the play calling, and just opening it up a little bit there. And the Saints are at home. Yeah, they can opening up, meaning design runs, and I'm not talking 40, 50 yards downfield. Which
more like head first into a pile.
All right, next up, we got a pretty crappy afternoon game here with the Broncos heading to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Why are the Cowboys only a 4.5-point favorite here, Kyle?
I think they don't think Dak's
Dak.
I don't think Dak. They think they're doubting Dak right now that he's not going to play.
I doubt Dak too.
If Dak gets announced, that thing's jumping up another 10 points. Cowboys easy. Let's go.
That's exactly what happened last week. Before Dak was actually earlier in the week, the the Cowboys were 2.5-point favorites. And then as the week progressed, it became a little bit tighter. And then the morning of, I think it was a 2.5-point spread the opposite way. Timmy.
The Broncos can't beat anybody with over a 500 record. So, yeah, I'm going with the Arlington Cowgirls.
Arlington in the house. I wrote Cowgirls. That's what just happened when I typed. Dave, who you got in this one?
He has to do it.
It's a different season. It's mind over heart. I unfortunately have to go with the Cowboys.
See, we're too good. We're getting on you guys now. You're like getting that side before you pick us. It's amazing.
I've always sided before I pick them for anything.
Oh wait, yeah.
My favorite side. I look forward to it.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith today?
Yeah. Stephen A. What a fraud. This guy doesn't hate him as much as he says he does on TV.
He's got him as the number one team in football right now.
Okay.
That's what he's got him at. All right. I don't want to say anything nice about him, but I'm going with the Cowboys. Next up. Next up, the Patriots, the surprising Patriots, go into Carolina to play the Panthers. Panthers haven't beaten anybody this year. If you want to count last week, you can. If not, I'm good with that too. But the Patriots are a 3-point favorite on the road here. Dave, who you got?
Yeah, I'll go New England on this one. I just don't like Carolina.
Man, like Tim says that the Colts are you're typically the best 3-4 team, 3-5 team. Maybe the Panthers are the worst 4-4 team. Tim, who you got in this one?
They screwed me last week, so screw them. I'm going to go with the Patriots over those Panthers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots too. The Panthers are just heading in the wrong direction. Running back every single week, McCaffrey. And then they put him on the IR for 3 days. But every week before that, it was he's on the field. Wednesday he took a few steps. Thursday he took a few more steps. Friday he's looking good. Saturday now he's out.
Are we talking about McCaffrey or Todd Gurley?
Both.
Remember, Gurley had that year and a half with St. Louis. Remember back in those days. Raul. So Raul, Kyle, I don't know if you know. A couple weeks ago, I gave Raul the opportunity to win a Lamar Jackson Funko Pop. All he had to do was beat Dave, and he tied. He didn't get the victory. Couldn't do it. Didn't get the Lamar. Didn't get the Funko.
You didn't pick Michael White.
Yeah,
Raul, you'll get another shot as soon as I take over first place.
Oh, Tim's saying he's gonna be a fighting champion. He's gonna take on all comers. All right, next up, the Vikings.
I didn't get to pick.
You didn't? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Well, I just wanted to say, remember when the Panthers and the Broncos were both 3-0, and we were like, this might be something. And then they both went on to be the frauds they are. Patriots, easy.
Yeah, and the Patriots kind of bouncing back in the ways these other teams are kind of going away. Vikings do have all these top wide receivers, all these weapons, and are putting up like 16 points a game. They head to Baltimore. Baltimore is fresh off of their bye. Baltimore's 7-point favorite here, and this time, so I don't forget you, Kyle, let's start with you.
This one's tough because Minnesota can be frisky. They're one of those teams like, doubt us, I dare you. And then we do, and then they win a game they shouldn't, and then they'll go lose a game they shouldn't the very next week. So it's tough. I'm still going Ravens, though. But I think Minnesota can cover. It's going to be closer than we think.
Yeah, I think that's a potential there. Timmy?
I feel the exact same way. I would not be shocked if somehow Minnesota pulled it out. But coming off a bye week and an extra week to get their shit together, I am going to go with Baltimore.
All right. Dave, you there?
Come on, Yeast.
Bring that yeast back up in here.
He's afraid because he sees the title back here. He knows I'm coming. He knows I'm
All right,
coming.
Well, I'll take. I thought I saw him thought I saw it pop up there. So I'm going to go with the Ravens too here. Minnesota's way too inconsistent for my liking. This is a stay away game for me on this one. Or you could tease it down to 1, Kyle.
That's
Tease
what I was
that
thinking.
7.
I think this might be what part of an underdog parlay. Just saying.
Ugh.
Are you going to need an intervention too, Kyle? We're already planning on this team. If you're going to need one, let us know.
I mean, not yet, but this is a juicy game right here. 7 points.
It's happening to Kyle a lot quicker than it happened to me, Tim.
Steve's betting
monitor it.
Local girls field hockey. He's parlaying it with an NBA game, so you know something's wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Eastern Michigan tonight, 10.5-point favorite. I'm in.
There you go. We'll just add you to the pop culture intervention list. That's all.
That's all we got to do. Listen, the whole staff will be there one day for one reason or another. If it's not gambling, it's this. If it's not that, it's this. All right, Dave. Dave's back. Vikings, Ravens. Ravens are 7-point favorite.
What did Tim pick?
Why are you going against me, yo?
Tim picked the Ravens.
Damn. I feel like see, this is what I mean about the Vikings. This is like a game that you would think, okay, the Ravens are just going to blow them out. But I feel like they're going to come out and win this stupid game.
Yeah.
Everybody has said that, yes.
I'm going Ravens.
And they're coming off a bye week, so I said Ravens have a little extra chance to sit down and relax and gather, and they'll probably be okay in that game.
Chargers came off their bye week and they lost to the Patriots.
That's the Chargers.
I keep on wanting to say San Diego, and I skirt my way around it, and I just screw up the whole damn thing every time. Dave, we're going to start with you on this one because it involves the East. The Browns head to Cincinnati. The Bengals are a 2.5-point favorite here. I feel like the line is too low. I think it should be like the Bengals favored by like 13.5. But no, I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. 8.5.
All right.
But Dave, we'll start with you.
You know what?
Let's put some pressure on you.
I went against them 2 weeks ago against the stupid Broncos. And they came back and bit me in the butt. So I'm not going to go against the East. They're going to figure it out. It's going to happen. Just wait. They're going to win the rest of these divisional games. I'm calling it right now. They're not going anywhere.
And this is how I get first place back. This is how I get first place back.
Because you know what?
Just from the Browns games, baby.
Cincinnati is going to be your new Titans, sir.
Oh.
They're going to be your new Tennessee Titans.
Why?
He's calling it right now.
You proclaim them to be the top 3 team in the AFC. They're not. They're like what Kyle likes to say, a bunch of frauds.
Yes, word of the day, frauds. I'm going Browns. It's a good omen for David right here. I am taking the Browns in this game as well. This is the classic. Everyone's doubting us. Everyone thinks that we suck now. No, we're going to march into Cincinnati and take care of business. I'm going Cleveland.
No shit.
Bengals.
Kyle, you sent in the Bengals. Don't confuse me.
I don't have my picks in front of me.
Okay, so are you gonna go? Are we switching to the Browns?
We are switching. I think this is another one of our underdog parlays here, Steve.
This is live. I'm not picking the Browns on anything. All right. Well,
it's Tuesday. You say that now.
I put my money nowhere near Cleveland. Stay away from my money. Timmy, who you got in this one? Browns and Bengals. Bengals 2.5 favorites.
I have faith in Joe Burrows. I am going to go with the Bengals. I think if Cleveland is more than they're just a mess. They're a mental, physical blob of a mess. So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bengals also. Not only because I dislike the Browns. But because they're healthier, it's in Cincinnati. I mean, it's not a long trip there, but they're just healthier and they're home. So I'm gonna stick with the Bengals here, and then we'll head from that game to the largest spread of the week, and that's the Buffalo Bills heading to Jacksonville. Buffalo's a 14-point favorite heading into Jacksonville here this week. Anybody picking the Jags?
Hey, Bills and Jaguars. Who should I pick? She says Bill, so I'm going to go with the Bills.
Okay, that's a change from previous weeks. Kyle, I don't know if you know, Timmy's wife is a huge Buffalo Bills fan.
I've seen it.
You've seen her brothers.
I've seen the plaques and the whole shelf.
Poor Trevor Lawrence doesn't catch a break.
My wife sent Farachi a box of Josh Allen Fruit Loops, whatever the hell they're called.
I was just about to say that. What were they called? They were gone in 2 days. There's just so much sugar in it that
Josh's Jags, something like that. Josh, I don't know what the hell they called, but they're like Fruit Loops.
He enjoyed them. We appreciated it. All right, so this is a clean sweep. If Jacksonville somehow wins this thing, I'm giving up gambling for the rest of the year.
So wait, are you taking the Bills minus 14, or are you taking Jacksonville?
He's gonna tease them.
We'll tease that, and we'll get that Buffalo line down to about 8. And it's just much more comfortable for me. Kyle, when FanDuel's sportsbook gets approved elsewhere in New York and Florida, then you can just go nuts on your teasers. You can do a 12-point tease, 13-point tease.
I mean, they do 14. Yeah.
Dave, Dave, I'm putting together the intervention, Dave. I'm getting together.
This is a whole new thing I've heard, and we're on week 9 teasers. What is wrong with you?
You guys, we're pretty soon at 1 a.m. The alarm's going to go off on your phone going, Pop Cultures is live. It's going to be Steve and Kyle talking about the bets.
We don't have a problem.
Like Al Pacino in was it 2 for the Money when they
yes,
that betting show. That's what they're going to be doing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's not a bad idea, Kyle. It's not a bad idea.
I'm just saying.
You bet your life. Huh? there's the name. We got the name. Logo will be easy to put together. It's all good there. All right. Tremendous ratings for this next matchup. It is the Houston Texans at the Miami Dolphins. And what is likely going to be the game of the week here? If ever there was a team that the Dolphins were a 7-point favorite against, it would be Houston. So thank that.
So I want to get this straight. The Dolphins have the Texans' first-round pick, but the Eagles have the Dolphins' first-round pick. So it would behoove the Dolphins to win this game and make the Texans even worse, right?
I don't believe
that would count in their favor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so Tua needs a win or else he is
Texans pick?
Eagles have like 4 first-round picks, I believe, this year.
Eagles have the Colts, they have theirs, and they have the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Here's this is the top. We'll break from this for a second, but here's the top 13 picks as it stands right now. If the draft were to be held today, the number 1 pick overall goes to the Detroit Lions. Congrats. The number 2 overall pick goes to the Philadelphia Eagles, which came from the Miami Dolphins, and they're 1-7. The number 3 pick goes to the Houston Texans at 1-7.
We can't even Dolphins. We can't even fail right.
Was that last year?
I thought it was last year and this year as well.
Maybe it's not a first round.
Okay.
Maybe they do have their.
It might be next year then. I know they had like 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, I think they could have skipped over. The 4th pick goes to Jacksonville. The 5th pick goes to the Washington football team. The number 6 pick goes to the New York Football Giants. The number 7 pick goes to the New York Jets. The number 8 pick goes to the Philadelphia Eagles, which came from the Colts. The number 9 pick goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. The number 10 pick goes to the New York Jets. The number 11 pick goes to the New York Football Giants. That was from the Bears. So let's go anybody but Bears.
Would the Jets have the Seahawks first-round pick?
Yeah, that's the Seattle Seahawks. That's the number 10 one. And, you would assume that once the number 11 quarterback in the league, Russell Wilson, comes back, they'll be able to improve upon that record just a bit. Number 12 are the Falcons, and then number 13 are the Dolphins. So
the Dolphins.
You get the Jets in there for 2. Huh?
Oh, is that the 49ers pick?
That's the 49ers pick.
Okay.
That's the 49ers pick that they traded up for, and they could have somebody who's playing for Belichick right now. Man,
So basically, the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Giants. We dominate the first 13 picks.
The Eagles have 3 of the top 10 picks right now. That's
3.
crazy.
That's what I want.
That's hurtful, man. That's hurtful. All right.
Trade it for Rodgers. Actually, I don't want that in our division. Don't do that.
No, you don't.
I'm flipping a coin, by the way. Dolphins.
Okay.
Dolphins.
Say, because this is not a safe bet. I don't care if you give the Dolphins 14 points. This is not a safe bet at all.
I'm taking the Dolphins too. I think Tua needs a win. If he doesn't win, then maybe you should have traded for Watson at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I think they were at like 88% going into the season, 88% chance or projected chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah,
the Dolphins, and they're sitting at 1-7. All right, flip a coin. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins because they're home. Dave, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins too. I just don't trust the Texans.
I don't trust either way. I wouldn't feel comfortable with my life being on the line, and Dolphins need to beat the Texans.
Tua's actually looked pretty decent. They're just not winning games, but he's looked decent the last 2 games.
Right. And still, I like to remind the Dolphin fans that you picked Tua over Herbert. I'm going to continue to do that until the Tua era has ended, which it almost did. What a crazy thing. All right, Kyle, who you got in this one?
Dolphins. Yeah, I got the Dolphins here.
All right, so you're switching that one too, huh?
But I'm not touching this game gambling wise. I'm not going anywhere.
You sent me the Texans. Stick with your gut instinct, coward.
I mean, I feel like this might go lower come Sunday. I feel like it'll stay at 7.
Yeah, I don't think it should be 7 points either.
Like nobody's gonna be confident in 7 points with the Dolphins. Vegas is gonna be like, what are we doing right now? All right, let's knock this down to about 3.5. All right, next up on the slate, the Vegas Raiders had to play the Giants. The Raiders, without one of their wide receivers, go forward here. Hunter Renfro, I guess, kind of steps. Hunter Renfro is a baseball player.
Isn't
he the football player too?
It's his. And now I can't get his actual first name. What's his?
Renfro.
I know it's Renfro. I got Hunter in my head. Anyway,
Henry Renfro the 4th.
The 17th. What do you got there, baby? Let's go. What's the score there? We have a score yet?
Hold on. Jock Peterson's catching a foul ball in a replay.
Let's go Astros. Sorry, everybody.
It's 0-0 bottom second.
All right. Let's go Astros. All right, Timmy, we'll start with you on this one. I'm sorry, I can't root for the Braves. I can't do it. You guys go root for the Red Sox. Can't do it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a rough game now. With Ruggs, it might have been a little different, but without him, I don't know. Then again, this is one of those games where the Giants probably just roll over.
Yes, yes. Kyle, this is the game that the Giants continue to lose. You said earlier, Dolphins have the Cowboys have found a way to win certain games that they used to lose. Mm-hmm. We ain't there yet. Not even close.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Going with the Raiders. Dave.
Head Dave. Not hard. This is a hard game, actually, now.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vegas.
You're going with the Raiders?
How many games have the Giants won at home? 0?
That's because that big gray building sucks.
Should have beaten the Falcons.
Day, right? There's no special day, right? It's not like, National Hot Dog Day, right?
It's National Week after Halloween Day.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. They can retire someone else's jersey. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Every time they do something at the stadium, they lose.
That's why I'm like, I know I picked the Raiders, Steve, and I'm not going to change that. But that was before their best receiver killed somebody. So I think that's going to affect the morale of the team quite a bit. And they're going. It's cold here in New York, right, Tim? I mean, it's getting colder.
30 degrees tomorrow morning. 30 degrees tomorrow morning.
Nice. Dave, don't tell me you're not jealous of that.
Absolutely. I wish, man.
I'm still picking the Raiders, but heck, Steve, this is definitely an underdog parlay. I'm telling you, they just lost a close one against the Chiefs. You know,
I might change this game before Sunday. I might. That's
what I'm saying. This isn't a guarantee for the Raiders. Gruden's going to come back with his lawsuits. I don't know.
I'm going to listen to Timmy's advice and go with my head over my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that my head and my heart are in agreement with the Giants winning this Sunday against the Raiders. Dave's like, he's drinking the Kool-Aid. Don't do it. Somebody make it stop.
No, I just if the Gruden thing didn't happen and the Ruggs thing didn't happen, I would pick the Raiders easily. Now it's, dysfunction is setting in like it usually does with the Raiders.
Yeah.
So it's creep. I said I might change my. This is the game I may change my mind come Sunday morning. I'll let you know. We'll see how many Giants are hurt come Saturday.
That's the thing. Every day, more and more guys get.
Henry Ruggs addressed the team. He was in tears. Then on Friday, Gruden's gonna be like, "I knew it," and then,
yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, and Raul mentions the next celebratory game at MetLife is the straight hand jersey. That's in 2 weeks, I think it is.
It's against Philly.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Giants need to win. If the Giants lose and the Cowboys win, the division's like officially done, right?
It's done anyway.
I think.
Official.
Like mathematically, you mean?
Not even that. Just like mentally. It's not even close.
I think it's been done.
That was 3 weeks ago, buddy.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Welcome to our lives.
Who are the Eagles playing? Have we gotten there yet?
Actually, the Eagles are our next game, and it's the Chargers heading cross country to play the Eagles. The Chargers come in as a 3-point favorite here, so I will let you start with that, Kyle.
Is this
Chargers,
a 1 o'clock
Eagles.
game or a 4 o'clock game?
This is I believe it's the beginning of the 4 o'clock slate. I'll double check that for you right here, real quick here. It is. That's the wrong week, guys.
I want to say it's 4. I'll vent while Steve looks so we can have good podcasting right here.
It is the start of the 4 o'clock schedule.
Start of the 4 o'clock schedule. So that leads me to the Chargers then. If it's a 1 o'clock game, those West Coast teams go away the East Coast. It's tough for the 1 o'clock slate. 4 o'clock gives you 3 more hours there. Chargers coming off back-to-back losses. I don't see them losing again this week. Chargers win this.
Timmy.
Chargers.
Dave.
I don't want to go Eagles.
I don't think you should.
Yeah, so don't.
No, go
But
Eagles.
everything's been so similar to Timmy.
Go Eagles.
Dave, this is week 9. We still got 8 more weeks after this one.
Could always switch to the Falcons.
You got plenty of time to lose to me.
And hello, I'm tied with Tim. Me and Timmy are tied.
And I'm here.
Yeah, because Kyle makes picks.
I'll go with Chargers. I'll go with heart over mind. I'll go Chargers.
All right, that's fine. That's fair. I too shall go with the Chargers of previous San Diego lore. Next up, game of the week, maybe potentially. That man from up in Green Bay heads to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs are still favored.
Why?
Chiefs are still 2.5-point favorites here. But as Bill Simmons would always likes to say, this is saying that on an even playing field, no home field advantage, that Vegas believes that Green Bay is the better team. Usually you get that 3-point swing for your home team. So in actuality, on an even field, this is saying that the Green Bay Packers are favored by half of a point, technically speaking. Dave, who you got in this one? This is gonna be a rough one. This is a tough one to pick.
Not for me.
It's tough, and I'm gonna gamble like I did earlier last week, and I'm gonna go Kansas City to upset Green Bay.
Boom! Oh, there it is, Tim.
If I can get my cheese head, I can see it, but I'm not getting up to go get it. I'd put it on right now.
I can see it.
I'd put it on my cheese head. I'm going with Packers because the Chiefs are just an overrated pile of shit.
Yeah,
Kyle?
this is Packers. I'm taking the Packers here. Aaron Rodgers is coming off that incredible John Wick look. Just like taking out the Cardinals. No undefeated here. He's going to take out the Chiefs. To me, this is easy, Packers.
I, too, am going with the Green Bay Packers. I just have not seen – I mean, this guy is looking like a pedestrian quarterback out there. Not to say that I wouldn't be surprised he goes, 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, and scrambles for another one because I do think he still has that in him. But as Timmy said, they were exposed by the Bucs in the Super Bowl, and now every team is looking at that Super Bowl and saying, "Oh, I can do that. I can do that too. I can somehow do that."
Can I bring up something real quick too?
Absolutely.
Going into last night, I was Gil. I was winning our fantasy matchup, but Gil was favored to come back and beat me because he had Patrick Mahomes, and I had Devontae Booker. Who would have thought Devontae Booker would double up Pat Mahomes in points, and I got victorious. Sorry, Gil. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
I play.
Sorry.
I play in these daily fantasy leagues. It's just adds some more excitement and it's more degenerate stuff. But it basically you pick your team and it's your brand new. You redraft and it's not like the season long thing. And then I've been entering these contests with a couple of buddies, $20 a pop. And last night, we do what's called captain's mode, and captain's mode is that whoever you choose as your captain gets 1.5 points for every 1 point. So that's the vital part of this whole thing, and who you're going to sit. So like yesterday, and you get $60,000, but you can't have Kelsey and Hill and Mahomes. You got to make your adjustments and get these really lower tiered Hail Mary guys. And the difference in yesterday's game was I had Daniel Jones and the other two did not. And that's what I won by a half of a point. And it was Daniel Jones that did it for me. So I appreciate you, buddy. All right, the previously undefeated Arizona Cardinals head to San Francisco to play the 49ers. The Cardinals on the road are a 3-point favorite here. Does Kyler get it right? He's aches and pains all over. I know it seems like every single play he's either, stretching out his shoulder, making sure his ankle's okay. But also in the 4 o'clock, this is the last 4 o'clock time slot game. And we'll start with you, Kyle.
This feels like one of those games that the 49ers could easily take this. Like, this is where the Cardinals' slide begins.
I don't know about easily. Okay, you're thinking there's a slide coming.
I think this could be where they start the slide because they lost their first game. All that momentum's gone. 49ers need some wins. I'm going to take the 49ers. I don't know if I did in our picks earlier. I don't think I did.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the 49ers.
Well, okay,
Kyle,
what was that?
I said, Kyle, did someone score in the game?
No,
No,
it was a deep shot.
Somebody made a play. I don't know if we can get fined for having the baseball play, but we're gonna take our chances here because it's the World Series. So I do want to just say that Kyle, for the year, I just want to make this known. Last week 7-6 for the year, still above 500, 63-46. I just want to make sure that everybody out there is getting the full story behind this and making sure that you guys are picking. You're
getting the full Kyle experience here.
Yeah. Timmy, I don't want any lawsuits. I'm just covering myself. Timmy, who you got in this one?
I completely agree. This is like one of those games where the 49ers will just show up. But the Cardinals, I don't know if they're going to lose 2 in a row. But I said, Kyler Murray, he's banged up, got a bad ankle. Oh, crap. You know what? I'm going to ride with the Cardinals one more week. I'm going to give them one more shot, and I'll go with them this week.
And all Murray is saying is, AJ Green, just turn around. If you would have just turned around, catch the
Oh,
ball.
it was so close. Oh my God. Can I say my bad beat on here? I had Kyler Murray over passing yards on that Thursday night game at 276, and he threw for 275, and then he throws that interception.
That's awful. That's such a nightmare for a gambler.
The worst beat.
Oh man. Okay, so you got the Cardinals, Dave. We'll check down with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zona on this one. I don't trust the Niners like that.
I too will go with the Cardinals. I don't see them losing 2 in a row, and I think they can handle the 49ers. I don't see any reason why they couldn't. Jimmy G is not going to have back-to-back good games. Sunday night game. Talk about underdog parlay.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Or a tease. If you tease yourself, you're kind of like screwing yourself into the ground on this one. But can the Tennessee Titans do it again? They've won. They were the underdog last week. They won 3 straight. They've outright won 3 straight games in which they were the underdog. This time they head to Los Angeles to play the Rams. The Rams are a 6-point favorite here. Do you still believe in the Titans enough to go with them? Let's start with Dave.
Absolutely not. I'm going Rams. Matt Stafford is keeping McVay alive. McVay, you're giving way too much credit to McVay, Kyle.
McVay.
Stafford right now is making him look like a star because he looked like terrible with Goff and in that Super Bowl.
Poor Goff, man. It's just like, not only do we not think that you were a good quarterback, now we just sent you to the worst situation ever in life to go to play with the Detroit Lions. Yeah, it's never ever. Timmy I believe that this is going to come out in song. Just enjoy it.
Every time I play this, they win. One game I didn't play it, they lost. Just saying.
You're right.
They owe me undefeatedly.
It's the new jinx, the anti-jinx. All right, so Timmy's got the Rams. Kyle.
So this is so disappointing for NBC. It would have been the unstoppable force meets the immovable object, and Derrick Henry versus Aaron Donald would have been amazing to see happen. And it's not, because the Rams are just going to destroy this team. I think the Rams easily beat the Titans.
Yeah, I don't like it, but that's going to be the outcome. I like the Titans. I like the way they go about doing their business. I think it's a very I don't know. They're just professionals out on the field. They do their job and they get the job done. I just don't think that they have enough firepower now to beat a team like the Rams.
Didn't Mike Vrabel say he would chop his dick off if his team made it to the Super Bowl? That was the thing, right?
Somebody said, yeah. That was, yeah.
I always get over my head. He said that. He definitely said
that would be an awful thing for you to make up, Kyle.
It would be terrible. He said something along the lines of, "I would chop my dick off to get my team to a Super Bowl."
Oh my God, do I want the Titans to go all the way now? Oh my God.
Pay-per-view. What was that?
Pay-per-view. Choppy.
Valvinus. Choppy.
Make more money than Jake Paul.
Oh my God.
Who was the group that did that? Tim or Dave? That Valvinus.
The Japanese guy.
Kayantai. Kyle doesn't know nothing about Kayantai.
I didn't even know what that song was he played.
You don't know Ramalama Ding Dong from 1958, Kyle? Come on, Kyle.
Kyle, that's right up your alley, by the way.
Turn off the Dave Matthews, Kyle, and get in with the Ramalama Ding Dong song.
No, I feel like 1950s music is right up like that place.
Yeah.
You and Gia, the old souls. Gia's much older soul than you. But I feel like that's good for you.
I'll get on it. I gotta watch Heat after this, but then I'll get on it.
It's Ramalama Ding Dong by the Edsels
for the third time.
The 3 Heat.
The 3 Heat. All right. It's a subpar Monday night game, but what are you gonna do? Bears at the Steelers. Let's go Steelers. Steelers are a 6.5 point favorite here. It's not it's. See, this is what makes gambling fun, guys. This is what makes gambling fun because you're not interested in this game. Nobody cares. The Giants fans are because we want the Bears to lose, but nobody cares about the Bears and the Steelers right now. So when you got the money going on there, and then you could be depressed by the end of the night. So it's a full range of emotion.
This is a yucky.
Dave, join us. Dave,
join us on a horrible week for football.
It is. It's pretty bad, actually.
I thought a couple weeks ago was really bad during Armageddon. I mean, at least this week there's teams with players that we'd like to watch. If the actual games itself, although I don't know who you want to watch in the Texans and Dolphins game. I don't know. Myles Gaskin. All right, Kyle, let's get this kicked off with you.
This is such a yucky game. I'm gonna go Steelers though. Yeah, I just don't care about this game at all. Steelers.
You're switching that pick too, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Timmy, who you got in this one?
Yeah,
I already typed Steelers in. So now you got to go with the Steelers.
No, I'm going with the mini. Yeah. I'm going with the mini. Like you said last week, as long as Ben doesn't have to move 2 feet to the left, to the right, or back, he's good. He's still good, but you just can't move him. He literally has to hike the ball and throw it. And I think they're better. Plus, the Steelers are the anti-Giants. Steelers are very good on Monday nights, while the Giants are absolutely horrific on Monday night. The Steelers are a Monday night team, so I'm going with the Steelers all the way.
Let's do it. Dave, let's make it a sweep.
No, Dave wants the Bears.
Dave?
See, he's pondering.
I am. I don't want the Bears for obvious reasons. Steelers are just so bad. Bears are even worse. I'm going Steelers.
Which team is more bad than the other? That's what it all boils down to, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, and Mannings are taking this week off too, so there's no
the son of a bitch. Like that's the worst now. Like that game is unwatchable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously, Peyton and Eli make it watchable.
I had the jinx rolling yesterday, so I had to tape Peyton and Eli and watch it afterward. As soon as I put Peyton and Eli on, he threw the interception. I said, shut that shit off. And went back to the other one. So that was the end of that.
I felt bad because Eli got put into a couple of uncomfortable situations where, they asked, on that interception, what was Daniel Jones thinking? And he was like, the coverage, I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Eli should have just been like, he wasn't thinking.
There's no defense. No, there's no, as a Giants fan, there's no he watched the receiver from the moment he hiked the ball to his 3-step drop. He stared at that receiver the whole time. Anyone should have intercepted that ball. That's how bad
Peyton gets annoyed. Peyton gets pissed off when a quarterback makes a mistake. Don't matter who it is, he gets pissed off.
He stared at the guy the whole play. It's like every defender's probably like, holy shit, he's throwing it right here. Holy shit, he's throwing it right here. There should have been 5 guys going for that interception.
Same thing at the end of the game when he takes the sack. Everyone was like, he shouldn't have been taking the sack. He needs to pull it away.
What just happened?
1-0 Braves.
Yes.
Oh, someone just hit a home run. Oh, shit. That's really gone.
3-1 home run.
3-0 Braves.
3-0?
Yeah, that was a 3-run home run.
My TV is slightly ahead of yours, Kyle.
So if we look at it, then in the last 20 years, we've had the Marlins win a World Series, the Nationals win a World Series.
Well, shut up, Dave.
The Braves win a World.
Let's shut up, Dave.
Can we get to my top 8?
I would love nothing better than to hear your top 8 right now. Because
all right, the top.
I almost fired Mello.
the top 8 quarterbacks in the NFL as of today. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Number 8, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow gets style points for never looking as cool as he did when he won that championship in LSU, and he's sitting back smoking the cigar. It's the best. What's cooler, that picture or Justin Herbert with the long hair? I don't know, but it's another contest that Tua is losing. Anyway,
it's rough for Tua.
It's really bad for Tua. But yeah, number 8, Joe Burrow. He's got his team playing really good. We kind of forgot about him after he tore his ACL and MCL and everything in his knee last year. Came in this year and he's just firing on all cylinders. I love Joe Burrow. He's number 8 for me. Got him ahead of Herbert. All right, here we go. Number 7, a reckless quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, as of today, is the 7th best quarterback in the NFL. That's right, Patrick Mahomes. Do you think he's playing good right now? Do any of us think he's playing good right now?
I wouldn't even have him in the top 10. Got to be fine.
I thought I had the hot takes. All right. I
would have him in the top 10.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes not playing very good right now, and I was surprised at how far I dropped him down. He's looking like early seasons Josh Allen right now. Just want to throw it out there. That brings me to number 6. It's not Josh Allen. It's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray having a great year this year, but I don't think he's spectacular by any chance. I think he's the type of quarterback teams are going to figure out pretty soon. He's not quite top 5, but he's right around there. I'm going to put Kyler Murray at number 6. Now we get to Josh Allen at number 5.
Ooh.
Josh Allen.
Tim, you're on mute.
Wow.
Number 5.
I'm shocked he's at 5.
Josh Allen. He had a great game against the Chiefs a couple weeks ago, but since then he's been a little iffy, I would say. I mean, he let the Dolphins hang around quite a bit last week. I don't remember who they played the week before. Oh, no, they were on a bye the week before. So coming off the bye, you're going to let the Dolphins hang around. I don't think that's what a top 5 quarterback usually does, but hey, I like you, Josh Allen. I'm going to put you in at number 5 because you're.
Wait, where's Kyle Allen? I haven't heard Kyle Allen yet.
33. Well, no, actually, no. Sorry. He's at 30 with Taylor Heineke. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson having a great season right now. He is, back to his old ways of running around MVP form, perhaps. I don't know. Lamar Jackson is looking like a great quarterback again. Bill Polian is forever going to kick himself for saying that he was a receiver and not a quarterback. That is always going to be wrong. Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback, so number 4, I have him. Number 3.
This better be Dak Prescott.
This is Dak Prescott. Yes. This is Dak Prescott. And honestly, I feel so confident in saying this right now. He is playing the best football he's ever played in his entire life right now. He is the reason why the team has been, well, not the only reason why, but a big reason why the team's winning games. Look how far off we fell last year when he got hurt. This year, it's the same exact team, only with him back at quarterback, and we are winning our games right now. Steve fell asleep because he doesn't want to hear about Dak Prescott. I see you. But
a better defense, though.
It's the same defense, though. That's the thing.
Parsons and Diggs is huge upgrades.
They are. Diggs was there last year, though. Diggs was playing for us last year.
Not this Diggs.
Yeah, not this guy.
Not this Diggs.
Yeah. And Marcus Lawrence isn't there right now either. One of our best defenders. And we got rid of Jalen Smith.
Good. You need him out of that lineup.
And then Jalen Smith, we cut him, and then the Packers cut him again today.
They cut him a couple weeks after, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Dak is he's playing like a top 5 quarterback right now. Doesn't make mistakes, and I always feel confident when he has the ball in his hands that we can go down and score a touchdown. Dak Prescott, top 3 for me. Number 2 is the SCOAT. It's Aaron Rodgers. Esco is the second greatest of all time.
I felt you were going number 1 with him.
No, Aaron Rodgers is number 2 right now. Also, he tanked that first game just to prove a point against the Saints. It's going to be the weirdest result the entire year. 38-3 makes no sense. But ever since then, he's won 7 in a row now, took out the only undefeated team, is throwing to guys that we've never heard of before, and an old Randall Cobb. Aaron Rodgers is just forever going to be one of the – as long as he's playing, he's a top 5 quarterback no matter what. And that brings us to number one. It's the GOAT, Tom Brady. How can we doubt Tom Brady? Tom Brady's going to be throwing touchdowns once Henry Ruggs gets out of prison, okay? He's still going to be out there racking up W's and winning Super Bowls. There's
2 to 20. 2 to 20 if he gets convicted.
2 to 20 years. There was a trailer for a video game that's coming out soon. It just came out the trailers came out this week that has an ad of Tom Brady winning MVP in like 2042 or something like that. He's still playing. And honestly, isn't that ridiculous? I don't know. And right now,
It is.
He's leading.
It is. What did he have? 9 in his first 2 games?
It's insane.
And Dan Lebitard is famous for saying years ago that he was washed up, and he's tired of hearing about it. And last time I heard him say it about, he was like, he's 44 years old. Who expected this? They get on him all the time.
He looks better right now on the football field and physically than he did 10 years ago. And since 10 years ago, he's had 2 more Hall of Fame careers. It's not fair.
Doesn't make any sense.
Tom Brady is number one. He's always going to be number one as long as he's playing.
And 10 years ago, he lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. I'm just
See?
Then he did it again a couple years after. And by the way, I think of all the guests so far, he was the most enjoyable, just because Eli got to tell him that he enjoyed every game that they played together. Yeah. That was good. And then Eli yesterday, it was the first time that a commentator, I guess you'll call them that, just outright rooting for the team, which was a lot of fun. He's just outright, seriously.
You know what? Tom Brady
called him Peyton called him a homer.
I love how Brady's a lot more fun right now too. Like ever since he left the Patriots, he's a lot more free. He's having the time of his life. Every time they win, he posts a hype video on his page. Like when they beat the Bears 2 weeks ago, he played a hype video with the song Love Sosa in the back, which is Chicago's anthem. And he just had highlights of them destroying the Bears on top of it. I love what Brady's doing right now. He's the number 1 quarterback in the NFL.
I can't remember what down it was this time.
Yes, he did.
He certainly did. But a year later, he can make fun of it. So,
that's a good list.
Right,
I agree with most of your list. I do.
I have to see it its entirety to see how many you got wrong. With Dak, obviously, Dak, you're off by about 12, 13
Patrick
spots.
Mahomes out of the top 10, definitely, right now. As of this week, I would bump him out of the top 10. Other than that, you pretty much got it. I hate to put Dak Prescott at 3, but the guy's playing good. What am I going to – I can't be one of those guys who just hates for no reason.
Thank you. See, objective.
I think your top 8 is good. Everyone there deserves to be in the top 8. Daniel Jones, 14, hell no.
That and Trevor Lawrence, he didn't like.
I just don't like. I don't like Justin Fields. I think that game that he just as bad as Trevor Lawrence was against Seattle, Justin Fields was worse probably against the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, but they played the Niners this past week. I thought he looked a lot better against the Niners.
He did. That one run was impressive.
Yeah, that one run. I know. Listen, like I said, Matt Nagy's not coaching him that week. He looked a lot better than he's ever had since he started NFL. So,
yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
Let's go Astros. Want to get that out of the way before we go round robin here to get this bad boy closed out. Any closing remarks here that you want to leave our adoring fans with, Kyle?
Not really. Thank you guys for having me. I've been wanting to get on the show for a while now, but my schedule is just insane. I don't know what my days off are going to be coming into it. You guys do the show on Wednesdays, so I'm glad I was able to hop on this week and have a good time with you guys and throw out some of my takes. Felt good. And then Jader and Kyle show, we're just on hiatus right now. Jader's way too busy to even schedule that right now, so it'll come back eventually. It's just hold out hope, guys. It's coming.
Special guest hosts. That's where it's at. Special guest hosts.
Guest hosts.
Timmy Mello wants to get back into the movie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
First take doesn't go on hiatus because Stephen A. Smith can't find a host. He makes his own.
He just kicked his host off.
Makes his own. right, Timmy, any closing remarks here?
No. I don't know. This is not a good week. It's not a lot of bad games this week. So make sure you pick a good one and enjoy it. Kyle, I'm just saying I like comedy clubs. I'm just going to throw that out there real quick.
What?
It definitely gets you in.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, but everyone, tune into all our shows. We're awesome. That's it.
Speaking of comedy clubs, I'm going to see Ari Gold next month. At the end of next month, Jeremy Piven's going to be down here.
Nice.
Mello?
Where at?
He's got a couple different shows. I'm going to see him in Dania. I think he's got 3. Yeah, I think they've got. I think he's got 3 shows lined up. I'm going to 30. He's got the 29th, 30th, and 31st, and New Year's Eve.
My God, if only if it wasn't just 60 minutes away from me.
Oh my God.
Is he going to be Ari Gold?
I think he'll do some of it, but Kyle needs to get on the ball here. He's the hey, I don't want to watch Entourage guy. That's who Kyle is.
Excuse me. Let's jump on the Succession train.
Wait a sec. But Entourage is from 15 years ago. You could very easily watch that. 23 minutes. How long are the Succession episodes? This is an hour each?
Hour long
23 minutes. 23 minutes per episode, Entourage.
Tim, Mello, I just want to throw out for you guys right now, I gave Steve an option. I said I either give you my top 32 quarterbacks playing or I give you my quarterbacks if they were Succession characters, and he went for the former. Should have gone the latter.
Have you guys watched Succession?
I haven't got into it yet, no.
Me neither.
Not yet.
It's the best show on TV by far.
By far.
By far. Yep, Ted Lasso comes after it, and then it's the rest.
I'll have to get into it then.
I just finished up Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Wait, what is Succession on?
What was that?
Educate him
what
on Succession.
So Succession. HBO. It is a story about this family.
Look how excited he is.
Mega corporation. It's like they're some of the richest people in the world, and the dad's a total dick, but he's getting old, and he's got 3 kids, and a bunch of other people are trying to fight for power to see who's going to be the successor to his company. It's funny, it's dramatic, it's the most witty dialogue.
Sounds like the Donald Trump story.
It's actually it's based
like
on the Murdoch family, not Trump.
Okay,
but it just gets better and better. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 topped that, and season 3 so far is lapping them. So it's amazing. It's incredible. Check
Bill
it out.
Bill Simmons is always very excited about it. So
as an 80s kid, that sounds like Dallas to me, but I'll watch it.
This is Adam McKay and Will Ferrell produced this show. So if you're
that's the Adam McKay show. Oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch it. Okay, I'm gonna get into it.
Okay. I'll probably check it out too then.
So check it out.
Just to be different, I'm not going to check it out. Just to be different.
I'm not going to watch Entourage then. Right?
I've been telling you since Spider-Man to go see Entourage.
Yeah, go Braves.
Go watch
Which Spider-Man?
Since Homecoming.
Yeah. Yeah. Now there's been like 4 movies since.
All right, so that'll wrap it up for us this week. Appreciate all of you guys joining in. Raul, as always, joining in on our picks, and maybe in the coming weeks you'll have another opportunity to win a Funko or something similar. Maybe we'll give something away from Kyle. Maybe we'll give Kyle's TV away if it doesn't have an Astros victory in it. Wow, look at this guy.
I got a cheap helmet signed by Travis Kelce that I won from a fantasy league last year. There's Travis Kelce actually signing it. So
wait, so did you just offer up that's the item?
It depends how much you're paying for it.
That's what. All right. That'll wrap it up for us for this week. Tomorrow night, Just Too Sweet.
I don't know yet. That's up to
we'll see.
That's up to the farmer.
All right, the farmer Eric and his overalls. Tomorrow night will be Granny's Peach Tea at 8:30, and then Thursday night we'll go. Yeah, Timmy. That'll be 17. Well, depends on if Just Too Sweet. We could be looking at 19 by Thursday. 19 would be the we stomped you out. So again, appreciate you guys watching. We'll keep you guys posted on what's going on in the world of football in the group. And Kyle wants us all to watch Succession, so let's make Kyle happy. Watch Entourage. Give me a season of Entourage. A season of Entourage will take you a few hours.
I told you.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna go watch Heat after this, and then maybe I'll start Entourage.
All right.
You can knock out the first season like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like 6 episodes. It's quick.
23 minutes an episode.
Okay.
And then you'll be in the know. You'll actually know what we're talking about when we're talking about the
You'll know
greatness.
if you want to continue after one season. You'll know.
Okay.
You'll know right away, like, I'm done with the show or I want to keep going. So
I feel like you need to see a little bit of Lloyd before
it's not
making
like
a
Game of
final
Thrones.
determination.
why he likes gay Asian guys? Like why would he?
Because that's when you really see Ari and really see who he is, and he develops that friendship and whatnot.
Yeah, Ari season 2 is good. Ari season 2 is way better than season 1, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I see
a
where
little
you're
bit
going.
more feeling out. Yeah. All right. Brian Hum sucks, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Peace out.